Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Glenn Tan speaking. This time, I'm going to talk about GRID Multi VRF, short for GNV, the noise troubleshooting. During this presentation, I will show you the typical noise of the outdoor unit and indoor unit. And also, I will offer you how we handle this noise in China domestic market, just for your reference. And for better understanding and for better listening, I recommend to wear the earphones, and also you need to listen carefully. This presentation divides into these 5 parts. I put the corresponding video linkages at the below description area just for your convenience. Indoor unit noise from the components. And first, I will show you a video with the noise. And could you tell me where is the problem? Here is it. Okay, so you can find that the fan is unbalanced, and the reason is this. And this time, maybe this is the shaft coupler which is connected here. Maybe the installation of it is abnormal, and due to this, it will lead to the fan unbalance. And also maybe the fan itself is damaged or broken, just like this. You can find that the fan brake is broken, and also maybe you have just shot the foreign material, also makes it to be unbalanced. So the countermeasure is for this one, just install it, and if it is not okay, but you can just change the fan motor. And if something like this one, what you need to do is just change the fan. After that, we need to pay attention to the fan motor. And if your fan motor is just like this, do you know how will this come out? Actually, when you just after you install the indoor unit, and the room or the indoor is going to do the decoration, and so you need to cover the indoor unit with plastic bag to avoid the damage. So if you just forget, or you just not cover with it, or maybe during the indoor you're going to play it, and the play maybe will damage this motor. And not only the surface, but also the inside, you can also find that this is severe. And also you can find that the fan motor is contaminated, especially at the shaft. Also, it makes it the operation is not that good. So if you convert the fan just like this, and also the operation is not that good, what you need to do is to replace the fan motor. Next, we'll go to this fan motor crab. This one, maybe you just install two fasten, and this will lead to the rubber gasket malfunction, which means we make this rubber to lose the cushion, and then also leads to this vibration and also to this noise. So the solution is you need to install this one again, which is to loosen this crab to ensure you have enough cushion for this rubber gasket. And maybe this fan cover, this one, touch the panels, also touch this one, or maybe touch the installation panel, this one. So on side, you need to use your hand to change a little bit to ensure whether it is really due to this to make the vibration and leads to the noise. If the answer is yes, so you need to insert the hard material or the sponge to absorb this vibration to make a gap between the fan cover and the panels. And then the next is the air return panel deformed, and just like this you can find it, and this is the air return panel, and the orange color should be the original one, but this time it become the red one, which means this panel contact with the fan cover also makes the noise. And the countermeasure is just restrain the panel. And the next is just maybe the fan motor, the cable is too tight, which leads to the fan during the operation is also abnormal. So the countermeasure is also loosen the fan motor cable, loosen this cable. Next is when you turn on the indoor unit in cooling mode and just operate for a while, then you will hear some noise like the bubble, pop, pop. This is the reason, especially for the condensing water. If you just like this one, you make the hanger is too long, it will make this condensing pipe to bend like this. And what's the consequence is that this is the condensing water. They will accumulate here, and also the air trap here, which also leads the condensing water not that easy to drink out. And on the other hand, and if you just forgot or to install this air band, and also leads to this. And the countermeasure is also just follow the instructions to install the condensing pipe, and also don't forget to make this air band at the condensing water pipe. And next is the heat expansion and cold constriction noise. This is just you turn on the indoor unit for a while, and also you will hear the duck duck duck. And I will play a sample for your reference, just like this. So you hear a duck, right? This is the noise, and of course not only once, but always it will happen many times. The reason is that you can also find that this is the water plant of the duct type, and here is the another plastic parts. They just make contact here. And the countermeasure for this one is just add some flocking cloth or the sponge at the gate to absorb the vibration. And this is for the duct type, and this noise is very significant for the wall mounted as it is lower and also close to the user. And the countermeasure for this one also to add some material at the contact, just like this. That's all for this part of the presentation. If you still have any other question to ask or to discuss or any suggestion, please feel free to contact me on my personal email address.